Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another installment of Omnibros Live on a Thursday night. It's your boy Gio here coming at you on a fine Thursday evening, and I'm joined by the spoopy poopy man himself, Riley, the ominous omnibus collector. How you doing?
Good. This might be my last time donning the spoopy poopy omnibus because I'll be out next Thursday.
Right.
Unless Jess asks me to fill in again on Monday.
So next time we will see you, you will have to pick a name that references Thanksgiving. So we'll keep it like a monthly theme of the festivities.
Like the gracious omnibus collector or something.
Right. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Appreciate it. Thank you to the chat. Tonight, we got some goofs. We got some gaps. We got some manga news. We got a lot of solicits. We got fun things that happen on the internet when unexpected books get announced from last week. And a whole bunch of other wonderful things. So if you would be so kind, hit the like button. That would mean a ton, and support our sponsor making tonight's broadcast happen, and that is, of course, InStockTrades.com, your home for collected editions. You get your omnibus, trade paperback, hardcovers, manga, and more for great discounted prices. Free shipping in the U.S. at orders that start at $50, and there's a loyalty discount, adding an even extra 2% off to your book orders if you make them on a weekly basis. Great packaging, wonderful customer service, only at InStockTrades.com. Shout out to IST. Let's give you a quick look at their website, of course, like we always like to do. These are your current deals of the week. You got the All Negro comics from Image, I believe it was Image, right now at 46% off. You got that DC Finest book at 55%. You got a manga deal of the week that goes to Innocent Rogue Omnibus 1 at 46% off, and Marvel with the Tomb of Dracula Masterworks. So go check all that stuff out, all the cool manga releases, comics in general. You know the drill. Go check them out. Look, Godzilla back on the top of the charts, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. The king is back on top.
And Tomb of Dracula for the spookies. So, yeah. That's a fine combination right there.
The king is dying again, I guess.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. So a bunch of sales, right now happening. Creator spotlights, Matt Fraction, Naoki Urasawa. Let's click on that real quick because it is manga related, right? So you can get none of these books. Oh, there you go. You can get some Master Keaton books if you're missing some, like 9 or 7. And you can get some Mujirushi, which goes, I guess, is topical with what happened recently with the theft at the Louvre. Pluto Urasawa is one of my favorites. Unfortunately, when these sales go live, they get hit hard. But still, it's pretty cool when you see creator spotlights. Then if you go over here to Matt Fraction, I suspect it's going to be a lot different and more in stock compared to Urasawa. But yeah, there it is. StockTrades.com. Go check them out, everybody. Shout out to our sponsor. Let's see. Thank you to Kane for joining. Appreciate it.
Hola.
James is here, everybody. Warren, I haven't seen you in a minute. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Josh is here. Thank you. William Lee, howdy. Howdy, everybody. Jewish Dragons in the house. Let's go. Now it's a party. Looks like those French thieves hit IST. I know. Yeah. So tonight we have a bunch of manga solicits and some random news related to that. Seven Seas announced a couple of cool books that people got excited for. Fantagraphics announced something which surprised me, and I thought, man, I'm going to talk about it because a lot of people are probably not paying attention to that stuff. And of course, Viz finally announced stuff last Friday, and I know all of you know about that already. But for the sake of this show, it's a brand new topic, so we'll discuss it a little bit, and then the events that happened soon after, which were interesting to say the least. Riley, how you been? What you been hauling? What you been reading? All that.
Good. I actually had a pretty solid day of reading today. I buckled down and finished my work by like 1:30 today, and so the rest of the day I just spent trying to catch up on reading. And because I knew that I had another box of books coming in, and I wanted to like read enough that I had some like came out about even. Like I read enough that when I got new stuff, it didn't stack too much on top of me, if that makes sense. Anyway, so this order this is what I'm reading right now is Kill Blue Volume 3. This has been pretty fun so far. This is first time read. I haven't been reading the single chapters on the app or anything, but Kill Blue Volume 3, fun stuff. This is the one where the like hitman gets turned into a kid and goes back to school. And then our biannual volume of Hayate the Combat Butler, volume 46, which means we have 3 more years before it's done.
Oh, God.
Which seems terrible, but then you think about the 12 more years before Kaze Hikaru is done, and it doesn't seem so bad. Then we've got Case Closed, volume 96, so you can see the picture of the flowers in the background of that one, just because we were looking at those like last week or whatever.
Are you up to date with Case Closed, with those volumes?
Volumes, yes. I'm not up to date on reading them, but
or reading them. Sorry.
I am up to date on. This is the one that just came out.
Okay.
I am behind on reading them, but when I catch up on other stuff, I'll get into this again. Let's see who the highlight author is.
I was going to ask something, but if you're not up to date with the story, then
sorry.
Yeah.
Mikoto Misumi is the author that he highlights in the back of the book this time.
So you're telling me there are 96 recommendations in total?
As far as I'm aware, I haven't double checked every single one, but yeah.
Whoa. How did that guy do it?
Phantom Busters Volume 1. It's brand new Shonen Jump title in the Shonen Jump line. Of course, they have stuff in the line that's from other Jump related magazines. And then another Shonen Sunday from the same creator as Case Closed, Detective Conan, Gosho Ayama's Yaiba.
Let's go.
This is volume 2 of the 2-in-1 set, so 3 and 4 within that volume. And then from the Shoujo Beat line, we've got Firefly Wedding. This is volume 4. This has been really good so far, and it is entering it is in the final arc in Japan, so it's not going to be that much longer before that one wraps up. Beyblade X Volume 4. This one's been pretty fun, even if you're not an existing Beyblade fan like myself. I know nothing about it, but it is from the artist of Promised Neverland and I think the writer of Kakegurui or whatever, the gambling one.
That's such a wild combination.
Yeah.
Gambling and child murder.
And then in a similar vein, we've got the Magic the Gathering series, Destroy All Humans, They Can't Be Regenerated. And this one is volume 5. And the card in the back of this one is
Exodia. Dark Ritual. Nice.
So
I don't know what that means, but that's cool.
Me neither. The first printings of each of those still do come with a card. And then this is not from Viz, like the rest of the haul was, but we've got from Denpa, March Comes in Like a Lion, Volume 4. This one came out a couple weeks ago, but I just was able to get it now. And that is my haul for tonight.
Beautiful, sexy, amazing haul. Thank you. I did haul stuff now that you were highlighting some books. Like I do have a copy of Yaiba Volume 2 and some other stuff, but I'll show it off later. It's pretty standard. Josh got Mao. He wants to let everyone know. Or did we get Mao? I did not. Sorry, Josh.
If there was, I think there was a new volume this week. Is that what it? I don't remember when, but if there's one this month, I mean, I will be getting it. Or maybe it was recent and I already read it and I just never showed it.
Oh, inside case closed was Mao. Oh, there was an ad for Mao.
Okay, you're getting a little extreme now.
That's into the rabbit hole. The Maoverse.
Yeah, there are ads for other manga in the back of the manga.
I keep my Magic the Gathering cards in their little pouches. I'm never opening them. Nice. I only have the first volume, unfortunately, and I've yet to read it. Tim gifted me that book, and I've yet to read it. So I don't know if I want to collect it or not. I need to read volume 1.
I'm too like materialistic, I guess, because I like get it and immediately, even though I don't play Magic at all and I don't care about the cards, like I literally just keep them back in the little sleeve at the back.
When I started,
I'm like, ooh, card.
When I started listening to other comic book collector YouTube channels or whatever, I don't know, whatever they're called, and they would say like, I keep my books wrapped and sealed. They go on my shelf and then I open them when I'm going to read them, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I could never. As soon as I get something brand new, part of the ritual is opening the cellophane as quickly and viciously as possible. And then inspecting the whole thing and looking, like doing a quick overview with my eyes. And same goes if it has like a card or something inside or an extra goodie. I'll open it right out. But Kane has the right idea to preserve the cards. We're just weaklings.
Yeah, that would be the best idea, especially if you're not especially for me or someone who doesn't play it. It would be really smart of me to just leave it. But
Joe, hi. Every day I remember to mourn the fact that I'll probably never see the end of Kazeigaru. I mean, it could be worse. It could be, hey, we ran out of the money to keep this going, so we're gonna stop. At least they're going like annually. So, but it sucks. I wish they would just hurry up.
I know that I will see it to the end, and I know that I will. I mean, unless something happens to me before then, but
assuming nothing happens, we're all safe and sound in 3 years. So.
And I know that when Kazehikaru ends 12 years from now, I'm gonna get that last volume, and I'm not even going to have thought about it. Like I won't think about it, and then I'll hold it and I'll remember like, man, I remember 12 years ago talking about how this was going to end in 12 years
on a random YouTube channel.
We'll still be doing these streams.
Do you think so? 12 years from now?
It's already been, 9 years, I think, is what we did this.
Yeah, well, next year's the 10th anniversary of Omnibros. Do we have enough gas in the tank for 10 years of this?
We'll do a 20 plus years of Omnibros live.
Or like a high school reunion. We'll be back for the 20th anniversary or whatever. Be like, hey, kids.
Yeah, I know I'll be there, and it's going to be because there's so many times, and I don't know if others that have been in these hobbies for a while as well will, if you look back at it, but there's been so many times where I've been like, it's going to take X amount of years for this to end at the current rate. It's going to take X amount of years for this to happen. And then it actually happening, and then I'll sit there and reminisce and be like, man, I remember when that seemed like so far off from actually being a thing. Like I have a lot of stuff that I think about, like with JoJo's, like when they started releasing the hardcovers, I was like thinking about how long it would take to get to certain parts. And now like we're at Steel Ball Run. And I'm like, man, I remember years ago thinking about how long it was going to be. So it's just crazy to like, being in the hobby for 20 plus years, 22, 23 years or something at this point for me.
Right.
And then just looking back at it and being like, humble beginnings,
I imagine those first MTG, I don't want to say the full name, manga will raise in value after the first printing is done. Not that I buy manga as an investment, but I know the card's value will increase over time. Especially, that game has a history of that, of like cards being expensive and stuff. So I get it. Let me address this real quick. Gio, you don't love hanging out with us weekly? Of course I do. I would have. It's been 9 years. I would have left if I didn't love hanging out with people on the internet. So, what the hell? I ain't got nothing else to do.
We've been through so many evolutions of like this show, like over time, because it started with Jess and Lou and myself, and it was just like we went back and forth between my channel and Lou's channel, and then we eventually formed the channel, and then we brought you in, and then we brought Omar in, and like we've had all kinds of different things happen and different people join in and different people leave for periods of time, like Lou was gone for a little while. That like I imagine if we are still doing this show in 10 years, like, and the audience has been different too. We have completely different people that watch us now than we did when we started, and we do have some people that still watch us now as did when we started. Some people will come in and be like, man, y'all are still doing this. I haven't seen y'all I haven't watched one of your streams in like 5 years or something like that. But I'm curious, like if we did keep doing this for another 10 plus years, what would be different? Like, would we be a different cast? Would we be doing like in different settings? Are we going to randomly blow up and like all of a sudden we're like on the high tier, like with all kinds of super cool production? Who knows? Like anything could happen.
We could do like holographic projections like gorillas and not be here, and it's like an AI replacing our voices, and then we'll be in Fiji banking in the money, But I would love to do a stream from Fiji. That'd be great. In 40 years, it's just James hey, James will be the overseer. He will control it. We will be his gorillas. It's his experiment, and he's just projecting our likeness doing the streams because he's smart.
Maybe we'll shoot, I had an idea a second ago and then I forgot.
We'll just dance away like Toothless.
Things will happen.
I'm gonna bring this little guy in more often because I love this. He's so brain dead dancing right there.
I was gonna say maybe we'll have like separate maybe we'll have like a manga specific sponsor for the manga show.
That'd be great.
Maybe we have, there's a schism between Omnibros comic side or Omnibros manga and then the Omnibros not manga, because like Lou is more movie stuff right now.
And we would have like a movie. I've always told that guy, do like a movie, be a movie reviewer online. You would do it great. But no, he doesn't want to do anything.
I don't know what like Jess and Lou usually do on Fridays, but I think that like making it a movie centered thing would be really good, because Lou has a lot to say about movies, and that's really where his passion has geared towards after getting out of like collecting comics and stuff.
Right.
And just, being on with him seldom, and like last time we were on and he was showing off all his stuff and how excited he was about all the different sets that he got, and talking about those, like it's always fun to see. And like I did the Halloween, or not Halloween, but like end of year for like favorite horror last year, and that was really fun. Real movie, fake movie. I can't tell if that would be easier or harder than manga. But I think it would be cool, like if if we had like comic night, manga night, movie night, and then we have crossover nights because those things cross over often.
It'd be also cool to have other shows because it's a network, right? So
Yeah,
it'd be fun to have like different podcasts sprinkled from other people throughout.
like if we expanded, and this is always something that was like kind of spoken about, but like expanded into something similar to like,
Sorry.
I don't know, like the like game theory expanded and had like
Mhm.
GT
Yeah.
Live and food theory and style theory and whatever, film theory. If we had that and had like different hosts and different shows and stuff, but like we would to facilitate that, we would have to have different sponsors as well to
Right.
keep people on and able to dedicate the time and effort
If you
to
like this omnibus, you can thank the folks at Raid Shadow Legends for.
Yeah, I don't know what movie channels usually have as like a sponsored. Like I think everything I've seen, they're usually the same basic like NordVPN and
Right,
like
right. Surfshark or whatever.
yeah. Usually the movie channels just have stuff like that. Like I don't see anyone have like cool sponsorships with like oh my god, I don't think I'm gonna
Imagine in 10 years you guys start talking about books without pictures in it. That would be crazy. Holy
that would
shit.
be the I mean that Lou reads grown-up books.
I know. And I told him, hey, you can join my Discord. I have a channel that's just about like prose and stuff. Like, no, I don't want to do social media. I'm like, damn it. All right, whatever. I give my people options and they don't take them. And
I don't even know if
frustrated.
Jess does. I don't even think Jess reads big people books.
No. Speaking of, where was it? Shoot. Was it you, Josh, that said something? Oh, any word from Jess? He's in high spirits, but he's still not 100%. But I do have we do have a chat where we talk. So I don't know what will happen tomorrow for the show. So stay tuned. It might not happen. It might happen next week. I don't know. You're gonna have to tune in.
So I'm in a different chat as well that like Omar has with people that like do stuff on his channel.
Right.
And so Curtis asked Jess, said that someone was asking how he's doing, and Jess said basically went over, what he's feeling right now, and that he's on some meds to help fix it. Can't drive right now, unsteady on his feet, trouble like speaking and stuff because of I think it's like a mix of the meds and like what was going on with him. Things are getting better, but he really like because of everything he can't really do any sort of content, like he can't do streams or make videos or anything. And he ended by saying he's going to post an update. I don't think I've said a word on air for 2 weeks. Thanks for checking in. So he's going to post an update on his channel, I guess if he can, to kind of let people know, hey, I'm fine, just recovering from feeling pretty sick. But if you don't see anything from him soon, don't get too worried immediately. Like I would say just he's still trying to recover from the sickness that he's been feeling lately.
If you can get in touch with Jess, send him not just your love and well wishes and prayers, but also some humor, because that goes a long way, more than you think. And you can bug me. Thank you, Josh, on my Discord if you want to join. I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, if anyone has anything like specific that you'd like to reach out and say anything, y'all can post in Geo's Discord, and I'll we can pass it on and make sure that he knows that people are thinking about him and hoping he gets better.
You did have Jess versus Backward Boys this year, did we? I guess. I don't even remember what we do anymore. I don't know. Omnibros is going to publish some cool ass Jose Trust. Yeah, it's going to be like PDF file. You can download it or print it at your local print FedEx or not FedEx. Sorry, Office Max, and you'll have the Omnibros edition. Comes with the oh my gosh, what do you call it? What do you call the? Oh my god, what do you call it when you do the thing on the book to the side? And it's the I forgot the name of it in Spanish and English. Holy crap!
When you do what?
When you bind papers together,
like custom bound, spiral bound.
Yes, thank you. God, brain fart. Sorry, that's gonna be our edition.
It's gonna be like when your teacher has to put together something for class, but
Right.
like it's not, there's not a book, and they just have to kind of print out what's available, or the stuff at like an Office Max or at a FedEx, and like spiral bound together. That's gonna be our stuff. I would love to, like, I can't do it right now, maybe in the future. But I would definitely love to get into like licensing some things here and there.
I'm gonna license manga one shots, so it's less expensive.
Like I think we know, like if we did want to, the people to talk to would be definitely the Manga Mavericks guys, because they had the same pipeline.
Right.
And I know they talked to people from different publishers, like Ed at Denpa, and I believe they talked to the late Matt from Starfruit.
Right. Peace. We'll see what happens. So, long story short, to summarize this whole thing, thank everybody for watching the show over the years, and we're going to continue because we still have 12 more years to go to collect. What was the manga that we're collecting in 12 years?
Through.
There we go. So we got to stay around for that. Let's just jump right into stuff. Do you want to go with 7 Seas or Viz first?
I think start with 7 Seas because it's easier, it's quicker, and they only did 4 manga, so that's all we're going to talk about.
All right. So we're going to go to Anime News Network because I didn't have time to pull the images together. My bad. So there we go. Tonight's broadcast is sponsored by My Hero Academia. 4 different covers to collect. Wait, did you get all 4 or just 3 variants?
I have the Barnes & Noble one right now on hand, and I have the other 3 on order.
Oh, so you got all 4. Nice. Let's go, dude.
I'm going to have to pause real quick. I have to use the restroom suddenly, so I will be back in a minute.
Yeah, I will stall with my unique charm. Let me say, My Hero Academia, I think the last volume I got of it was either volume 30 or I don't remember. I don't even have it displayed. It's here. This is a closet. All this is closet space, and this area right here has some shelving that's like drilled into the wall, so it's not. It's super sturdy, and that's where I keep all my excess manga and like Vertigo books and like Ultimate Marvel comics, stuff like that doesn't fit in the other shelf. It's a whole mess. I don't want to open it. And one of the shelves has, because it's so deep in, it's like I would say it's the space of 3 Kallax cubes deep and wide. I don't know. I don't do measurements, but it's something like that. It can fit a lot of books. So long story short, My Hero Academia. I think I have like the first 30 volumes or so. And out of the 30 volumes, I stopped reading at like 20 something, 27, 26, around that, and thought, you know what? It's a shonen manga. I'll just wait until it's done. Now it's done. So I guess at some point I'll get it just to have a complete set. I'm not the biggest My Hero Academia fan, but I was already collecting it, so I might as well finish. Yeah. You're not missing out. I'm not finishing My Hero Academia. I mean, I have no rush to read it, to be honest. I don't really care. Uh, it's the equivalent of a Marvel and DC book for like ongoing superheroics. Like, okay, that's cool. Even if the book ended, I know that the characters in universe will continue doing the hero thing forever and ever. So it's all good. I feel like so many people never like long running shonen endings. It is what it is. I don't. I prefer like shorter runs of stuff. And the problem with like super long shonen endings or books is that you're not going to please anybody or everybody at the same time with your ending. But it's the journey towards that ending that made the book a success for you, right? Uh, I appreciate the journey and the characters and all that stuff, but sometimes they don't land, which I get it, upsets a lot of people. That's how I'm feeling about Seraph of the End. It's at a point where I just want it to end the misery. Yeah. How many volumes are left for that? So hold on. Chat. Give me a second. Hold on. Obi. Got him. Going over proofs with my printer right now. Hell yeah. For the third book, Josh. It's nice. Okay, so Seven Seas. I'm just gonna read this first one because it's an airship imprint. Oh no. Seventh time loop. The villainess enjoys a carefree life married to her worst enemy. Short story collection, light novel, spin-off volume. Oof. Do I need to keep reading? Holy crap! Coming out in August. This is a light novel, so unfortunately, that is not for this show. We do. You know what? I would love, going back to what we were talking about earlier, I would love to have someone do a spin-off show on this channel, or not a spin-off show, a new show where they talk about light novels, prose, all that fun stuff. I think that would be a hit. Would people tune in? I have no idea, but I think it would be a hit because that is an untapped market, and we're not gonna poke it. I was gonna say the other word, but that's gonna get clipped out of context. It's gonna be weird, so I'm not gonna say it. Welcome back, Spoopy. I was saying to the audience that I would love to see a show on the channel talking about light novels because I think that'd be a good opportunity to reach new people.
Yeah, I don't know how to read word books though.
But it wouldn't be us. It would be somebody else.
Yeah.
So that's an airship imprint. This is an audiobook, Breathless Time Traveler. Unfortunately, but I do like the cover. Very pretty, very pretty. Ariana Grande is in this.
Yeah.
Hanami Rara is addicted to social media and idolizes Ariana Grande. Wow, that's weird. Okay, cool. We got The Misdeeds of an Extremely Arrogant Villain Aristocrat by Yukiha Kuroyoki, Micro and Uodenim, I think. The first volume comes out in August of next year. Luke Witharia Gilbert was destined to be the arrogant villain of a fantasy tale, but he was undone by his own pride and easily defeated by the hero. What a chump. But when he's reborn with full knowledge of how the story ends, Luke decides to take his fate into his own hands. Determined to survive this time, he sets aside his hubris and dedicates himself to training in earnest. His efforts shake the future in unexpected ways, quickly enlisting his sword instructor and even captivating a brilliant young lady from a noble family. In this version of the story, the bad guy might just come out on top. I would not be surprised if this gets an anime, because already the cover looks like super anime.
I think that they already do the light novels, and so this is the manga adaptation of that.
Gotcha. And then here is I need to zoom in because I can read it here, but I hate looking at my screen and not looking at you guys. So I look forward. Whatever. I don't need to explain. I'll just zoom in. I'll shut up. There we go. What is this? The Lord Magir? I don't know how to say this.
Yeah, I tried to look it up, and I don't even know if that's a real term. So I couldn't say. I want either Magir or major, like mage something,
or the Lord Ma Gear because his mom's involved.
Magir,
Majerna, like the Pokemon. Anyway, the Lord Mingir's apprentice, whatever, from Flip Flops. Shout out. That is one of the coolest, silliest pen names that I've ever heard. Flip Flops. Volume 1 comes out in August. When he was very little, the boy mercenary Gal was saved by the high-ranking magician Kuon. Now he's taking on the job of working with an order of knights to defeat a wizard. However, the knights are ambushed and easily defeated by the eldritch power of Kuon. Having survived the onslaught, Gal has only one option: accept a position as Kuon's apprentice despite having no magical ability of his own. I want to check that out because I like this cover. I'll try and get the image for you guys, but it looks pretty cool. This is pretty huge. A lot of people were excited.
You've been waiting for an Inhumans book for a long time, so this is.
I hate that. We are getting from Ao Tajima Hotel Inhumans. The anime aired a season or two ago. If you want to check it out, the first volume comes out in August of next year. A luxury hotel is required to offer certain amenities, first-rate food, sublime comforts, enchanting entertainment, and the latest weapons, forged IDs, and body disposal service. This is a hotel where the guests are professional assassins, and its concierge never say no to any request, no matter what their dangerous guests need. The hotel staff are at their service. The chat is going crazy with the Inhumans. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. You know. Yeah, I appreciate the joke, but I'm a little bit bummed out at the same time that this book came out before Marvel published iconic characters from the 60s in an omnibus format.
Yeah.
But whatever. What do I know? I'm not an expert. Side story here. I ended up ordering or pre-ordering the Inhumans figures that we talked about. So let's freaking go. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one, and I they got 3 different Shogakukan, like 3 different Sunday titles in this round, and I was like, yeah, these are people are gonna be excited about these 3.
Right. And then we have this one, which is the one I'm most excited for. Draw This, Then Die. This is a series by Minoru Toyoda, not to be confused with Toyota. First volume comes out in August. Ai Yasumi, a first-year high schooler living on the remote island of Izu Oshima, has one obsession: manga. When she discovers that her long idolized but reclusive favorite manga creator, Yasuno Sensei, will make a rare appearance at uh, Comitia? I don't know. Whatever. At Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con. I doesn't hesitate. She has to meet her hero. But that single decision sets off a chain of encounters that will shatter her assumptions about art, genius, and what it truly means to create. This was the winner of the Taisho Award and the 70th Shogakukan Manga Award, now an anime in the making. I'm really excited to check that one out. There's a little tanuki there, so I'm curious if it's like a little doodle or an actual tanuki will show up. I'll check it out. And that's it.
Definitely going. That was one where it's like, this is definitely going to get licensed at some point, but just who's the one that's going to do it? And I guess Viz didn't want to get in on that one, but
it sucks to suck, man.
Yeah, I'm excited. Now, hey, now you got that phrase in your pocket.
I've heard it so much over the weekend that I'm like, yeah, man, let's go. We'll talk about that in a minute. Draw This Then Die comes out in August. That's cool. Hotel Inhumans. These are all August, right? Yeah, August. So that's nice. Oh, let me find this picture real quick because I love this cover. I do have it on my in my email, not Twitter. What am I doing, bro? Okay. Oh man, I'm a mess. Hey, found it. Good job, me. This is the type of manga that fantasy manga that I see and think, yeah, dude, that's a Geo book. Let's go. You got Toshiro Hitsugaya from Bleach, and I can't think of a pink-haired character, Sakura Haruno from Naruto. I don't know, but this looks pretty sweet. And she's got an owl and a staff. Let's go. And Homeboy's got like a mini Dragon Slayer sword. Okay, all right, Guts. Let's do it. Gutsito. Actually, let me show all the covers while I'm at it. Draw This Then Die. Oh, let's take a look at this one because it has the Tanuki. I did it all for the Tanuki. Here, let me. Come on, man. There we go. The other one was Hotel Inhumans. Black Bolt and Medusa, unfortunately, do not show up. That cover is pretty sick. And the other one was The Aristocrat. I mean, look at this cover zoomed in high def. You can't tell me this is not getting an anime adaptation. Because this screams acrylic stands, figures, merch. Like, they already got this down. They're going to make a 24 or a 12 episode season already. Misdeeds. There you go. So, yeah, pretty cool round. My favorite was the Draw This Then Die, but I will definitely check out Flip Flops, whatever it's called, Apprentice. Okie dokie. Fantagraphics is publishing this book right here, which surprised me, and unfortunately did not get any traction at all. Fantagraphics confirmed to Anime News Network on Tuesday that it will publish the first volume of Marina Lisa Komiya's On the Front Lines, The Lives of Japanese War Brides. This manga comes out in August of next year. This sensitive and affecting manga debut follows the lives of two Japanese war brides following World War II and the simmering tensions around identity, sexuality, and cultural exchange as their country rebuilds from the devastation. After Japan lost the war, the country was thrown into devastation, and no one felt this. That's a lot of devastations in this description. And no one felt this devastation as much as its women, who were forced into menial jobs, fell into sex work, and pawned off as war brides to American GIs. And their affecting graphic novel debut, Marina Lisa Komiya, follows the lives of two women, Japanese women, and the American soldiers they marry in this tumultuous time period. Oh, it continues. Holy crap. Yeah, you get the picture. I'm not going to read all this. Amidst the post-war desolation, the manga launched on Torchweb in April of 2023 and ended on January 2024. Two compiled books in Japan. Did you know about this one?
Yeah, I saw it talked about this one, and there was a couple other that popped up from Fantagraphics this week, including a reprint of, what was it, the Wandering Sun? Is that the title of it? It's going to be that's one of their older Fanta's older manga titles that's going to be brought back in 2-in-1 editions. So Fanta looks like they're stepping it up a little bit with their manga releases for 2026.
I wonder why they're not doing a 2-in-1. I think they're confident it will sell, or maybe there were some restrictions and the author did not want to see the book as a 2-in-1 or something. Different factors. Because that reminds me of when certain dub actors do certain things in anime, and a lot of people are like, "Whoa, why did they pronounce it this way? Or why did they do this?" And it's typically because of the Japanese studio saying like, "Do that and not this." So that happens with these books as well. Or I'm just guessing, so don't quote me on that.
Did you just say like it might have been the licensor that said to do single volumes?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to look for what else I had seen, because I think there was like 3 or 4 things. This one, Wandering Sun, and then 1 or 2 others, and I couldn't find it. But I wasn't paying attention, and then I heard the end of what you were saying, and I was like about to say basically what you were going to say.
Right. So James says this said a volume 1, but I didn't see any info about a volume 2 online. Huh. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned, everybody.
Might not.
Year.
They might have only got the solicit information for the first volume out right now, because it's going to be a minute before the second one.
Right. Okay. And let's talk about Viz for 1 second.
For just a second.
Yeah, a couple minutes here. Viz announced a bunch of stuff, right? Last Friday, and the reception for this was all over the place. I saw some people upset. I saw some people happy. I was right in the middle where I'm like, oh, that's cool, whatever. So I know the chat already knows about these books.
I found the other Fantagraphics ones.
Oh, thank you.
It's Lovers of the Empire by Yudori, which is a hardcover for $24.99 coming in June of next year. It's labeled as volume 1. And then Wandering Cat's Cage by Akane Torakai is a single volume hardcover, $34.99 coming in May of next year.
Nice. Weird Gang. We beat him. But Taylor's a great guy. Friend of the show. Friend of the channel. So these are summer summer books. Not all the summer books, but a good chunk of the summer books. And what's funny is that we were wrong when it was. I felt cheated, betrayed, and disappointed when the initial tweet said it was something refreshing or it was something breathtaking that will lift your spirits or whatever. I thought it was going to be like an announcement of a service. And then when I kept looking at these books that were being revealed, I'm like, there's nothing fancy about this. It's just regular books that are being announced. What are you talking about? There's nothing revolutionary about this. But whatever, false advertisement.
Well, I guess a couple of them are a little, maybe not for the reason that people were thinking.
Right. So we got Alice in Borderland Retry. That's a sequel to the Alice in Borderland.
Which is, it's only 2 volumes. I didn't see yet. Hold on.
Now with a baby on the way, spoilers, Arisu has built a new life with the past behind him. However, Borderland isn't done with him. Or Borderlands, it's a spin-off from the Borderlands video game.
This one is going to be a single volume release from Viz in July. It was a 2-volume series, and as y'all might know, this series, the original series, was released across 2-in-1s, so this will be matching that one in style. The interesting note is there is another series that was published between the original and this one that ran for 8 volumes called Alice on Border Road, and we haven't had that one solicited, so I don't know if that's ever going to happen or not. But I've been hoping it would, so it was surprising to see this one solicited and not the other one. I was like, oh, okay, I guess they're just moving right to this one.
Right. The other one that was revealed is Daydream Darling from Io Sakisaka. Not friend of the show.
I don't know anything about this series whatsoever, but I anyone who was watching the Friday stream can remember that Colleen was upset about Io Sakisaka because I guess they don't particularly enjoy her works. So
a series about first love, courage, and the blurring of fantasy and reality. So feels like Iroha's dream come true until her secret surfaces. Dun, dun, dun. That's cool. The next one is something that was to be expected. It was only a matter of when it would be announced.
This one was one that I guessed. I chose this one for our bingo board because I figured it would happen.
A Marshall King from Boichi. I've only read like the first 3 chapters, and it's fun. I did not keep up with it, so I don't know where it goes, but I like the first opening pages, and I talked about it here on the Omnibros stream. So that's cool. Okay. Two-Fisted Tale about desperados on the marshals who hunt them. Yeehaw. High-octane adventure in the American Wild West as imagined by the genius illustrator Boichi. All right, settle down, Liz. So, yeah, that's cool. Then we got Ultimate Exorcist Kiyoshi. At one point, I wanted to talk about it on the channel, but I forgot. But this was on the Manga Plus website. Kiyoshi Harai is the world's strongest exorcist, and its most awkward one. Equally afraid of fighting demons and making new friends, can Kiyoshi ever reach his full potential?
It is in Weekly Shonen Jump right now. It's been running for just over a year, so I also chose this one on the thing on the bingo board because I figured when it's around a year is a good guess as to when a Weekly Jump title is going to wind up getting a physical announcement. So I was glad that I was right in that one. But I also had mentioned last Thursday when we were making the board, I said, Hima 10 and Shinobi Undercover are probably also.
Are you saying that? Yeah.
And then I was like, but I'm just going to put Kiyoshi on there.
That means for the next board, whenever that happens next year, you should look at the stuff that's on the new titles at Manga Plus and Shonen Jump.
It'll be a minute. I actually was looking at it recently, like after last week, to kind of
Yeah.
see, and it'll be a minute. But it also depends because there's the new Jujutsu Kaisen modulo. It depends how
Right.
quickly they want to license that one, depending on how many volumes it's going to be, I guess. But whatever, we can move on. I don't want to like just sit on talking about that.
Psych House, which I did review on this channel, and I thought it was a lot of fun. I read a big chunk of it, but I did not keep up with it. I think it ended. Kotone moves into a house of superpowered housemates who use their gifts to cook, clean, and play. From psychic tag to an iconic welcome party, she hones her teleportation along the way. So it's like a special program of like mutant X-Men kids, but they don't fight too many bad guys. And you follow the one girl at the back of the cover here in the background as she's the newbie. So it's fun, it's silly, it's goofy. The other kid wears a bucket hat, so that should tell you a lot. It's a digital only, unfortunately. The next one is Cocoon from Machiko Kyo. This is based on a true story. San and her friends are recruited as assistant. I was about to read assassins, and I thought that's not right. As assistant nurses in World War II Okinawa. In cave hospitals of carnage and relentless loss, they endure as war strips away their innocence. I typically don't like to get war books. I don't mind them, but I'm not a huge fan of collecting those. But if it's, I hear it's really good, so maybe I'll check it out. Who knows?
And it's should be just one volume. Yeah, it's going to be just a single volume, so you're not committing to anything.
Assassin Nurses? No, that's a manga. Hell yeah, that'd be dope. Elon, thank you for joining. This one I'm excited for. Hell yeah.
This one had a movie come out in, I think, last year, and it hasn't come out in the US yet. So I'm guessing that this license is going to coincide somewhere pretty soon with like someone like G Kids or someone is going to announce that they're bringing the movie to the States.
The next one is Sakamoto Days Assassin's Method. This one's a
light novel.
Not light novel, but it comes with a full-color double-sided poster. So, yay. We're not going to talk about light novels. Shinobi Undercover. I did not expect this one because I read it and I thought it was just fine. But I guess they have a lot of faith in this that it will sell. Ippon Takaguchi with Santa Mitarashi on art. Can awkward Yodaka, whatever, keep his cover while rogue ninja assassins in the school are targeting Klutzy Aoi? I talked about this one on the show. I should keep talking more about the new manga so people can say we got the street cred.
This one's also been same as Kiyoshi. It's been in the magazine for a little over a year now. It started last September, and so that's why I kind of said this one's probably gonna get it. And this is not like a definitive rule or anything, but usually if a series makes it in the magazine for at least a year, it's pretty safe to, like, you can usually count on it continuing for a little while. It's not that common, and I know this just from like when I used to do videos on my channel that were more interesting than just going over new releases and stuff. I did a whole like thing about like the frequency of titles canceled and stuff like that, and like the chapter that they would be canceled at, and it was pretty rare that you would see something get axed after a year, like if it was not on purpose or something happened and they had to end it, like, you know. So it's like basically what I'm saying is, like, once it gets to a year, it's kind of a safe bet for the publisher to say like, hey, you know, let's pull this one in because it's probably going to do well. But they have more knowledge on the publisher side than like we would, because they do get informed sometimes of when might this be ending, and that sometimes does factor into why a publisher picks up a title, is because the licensor in Japan will tell them like this one's going to be wrapping up around X amount of volumes, and they're like, okay, cool, we'll grab that. Or they also know if production on an anime has already started. So something that when a licensor will approach a publisher in the US, they'll say like, hey, this is a title that we're shopping right now. This is everything about it. And, such and such studio is in pre-development of an anime adaptation. Right now, like estimated 2027, like not announced yet, but we know that they're in the works of that right now. So anyway, just throwing some info out there as to like what can help make people decide what licenses they want to grab.
Just to show the people that might not be aware, this is our channel, right? I make most of these thumbnails, except the fangirls, but they're on a hiatus. So everything else, I have fun doing thumbnails. And check out this thumbnail. This is one of my proudest achievements, and it has to do with Shinobi Undercover. Let me click on this one. Copy link. How do I show the thumbnail without?
Can you like zoom in that specifically? Computer enhance.
Oh boy. Hold on. Scroll. Oh.
It's around there. There's some other personalities.
Yeah, man. And they do pretty well because, people click on that stuff. There we go. Look at that.
What was that? Hamamori something, I believe, was that one?
It was the book that was coming out at the time from Seven Seas. Tamamori's Fantasy or whatever. It's a ghost ship book. I just put two and two together. I'm like, you know what? Let's put her at the cover of the thumbnail and the two Shinobi in the back because, yeah, there you go. I had a lot of fun with that one. So shout out. We do cover shonen releases that I read at Manga Plus. There you go.
We should be get organized about that again, because for a couple weeks I was trying to like match you on that and read the new first issues. We should definitely we should see what there's I think there's a new title this issue of Weekly Shonen Jump. So this time, well, I won't be here next week, but in a couple weeks. There's in 2 weeks, if we do it on the first Thursday of November, there will be 2 new Weekly Shonen Jump titles.
I'll give it a go, of course.
Because Kaidegami and Ekiden Bros have both ended, and then the week after, I think Ping Pong Peril is also ending. So there's going to be three new ones in a row.
Let's go. Yeah, that's fun. I will bring those back. We can talk about them. That's the other one with a huge amount of personality to it. People tune in, man. They click on that stuff. Look at that, 700 views for an Omnibros stream. That's like a Monday stream these days. Holy crap!
That's good.
Yeah, so shout out. So yeah, Shinobi Undercover. It's okay. Nothing groundbreaking, but if you like ninja comics in general, then yeah, it's a fun read. The next one is Hima 10, which I never got to review on this channel. Follows the romances of part-time house cleaner, full-time student Iemori, and high school CEO Himari in this romantic comedy from Genki Ono. And then I called it, but you guys did not pay attention to me. Assassin's Creed Shadows, Tales of Iga the
I know.
official prequel manga to the newest game in the Assassin's Creed series. Um, I'm interested in it. I wouldn't buy it, but if I were to read it, that would be a fun book to review because it's from the Shadows game, which is set in Japan. So I kind of want to check it out. The next one is Star Wars Visions Tsukumo from Eiichi Shimizu and Tomohiro Shimaguchi. There we go. An Imperial assassin droid hunts down Jedi Knight Nagi Tsukumo, a standalone story set after Order 66.
That was another one where I muffed us up because like I was like, I think they've got all the Star Wars stuff already. And then so we didn't put Star Wars down, but we did put Disney, and we said because Star Wars is under Disney, like it would count anyway. So we were safe, but we could have gotten it specifically to Star Wars, but it worked out anyway. But I just wanted to point out that I was wrong on that one also.
Also, that one that book sounds really cool. I want to check it out.
It's the same creators, at least Shimizu. I don't remember if the other one is, but the same creator as Ultraman, the Viz signature one.
Oh, that's why it sounds familiar. Okay.
And Batman Justice Buster or whatever it was.
Yeah. I'm a huge Pato Itagaki fan. What can I say? This is the one that I got really excited over. I had no idea, or not that I didn't have any idea. I didn't think it was going to happen because the freaking, what's their name? Titan God Sonda. I'm like, is the honeymoon over with Viz and Pato? What's happening? So I was worried because, and then they announced Taika's reason, which is due to a declining birth rate, pets are being transformed into humanoid members of society. But are they truly human, or are humans truly animals? Day one for me, I like the premise. Sounds wacky enough. I have not read it or anything, so I'm going in blind on that one, and I'm excited to grab it when that comes out.
If I was to make a guess, and I could be completely off, I would guess that they passed on Sonda because maybe Drip Drip did not do well, and so they were like, okay, well, Itagaki's stuff does well if it's like B stars and B stars related, and so this one they're like, hey, it's more like animal people. Let's do it because it's like B stars adjacent.
That's a good observation. I didn't think of that. But now it sucks that I have like her work says Viz, and then one series says Titan, and then back to Viz. Like, whatever. I'm hopeful. Well, if Drip Drip didn't do as well, I don't think the other one shots will do well unless they do a Itagaki like a short story collection, and they add all the one shots that she's done. There are quite.
That's just conjecture. I could be completely off base on that one.
No, I know. So this one is a yes for me, absolutely. And then this one, okay, we will talk about it because it's content for this show, and it's something that we have to address. Half is more from Yoiko Fujimi. Being mixed race in Japan, like Kazumi, means facing daily trials of racism, microaggressions, and otherness. This is a journey of resilience, hope, and the search for coexistence. The announcement for this one blew up for all the right reasons, and unfortunately for all the wrong reasons. Certain people online can't look at stuff like this and get up in arms with fake outrage. The subject matter apparently is too mind-bending for those people to comprehend, and if you know what I'm talking about, you know. But I am so happy that this book exists, and the reception online from the people that are genuinely excited for it fuels me with joy. And just for that alone, I'm buying the shit out of this book, and I'm going to review it and read it multiple times on my channel. So I did see the thing that was posted online, which I'm not gonna. No, in no shape or form am I going to give that platform or give that the platform space, the space, whatever. I can't talk. I'm dumb. So it was really upsetting that in 2025 we have to go back to that type of edgy humor that is a disguise for racism. It's really unfortunate, and you would think that people that enjoy sequential art would be more welcoming, progressive, and wholesome to accept a book like this. And then you made a tweet talking about the stats behind the announcements between this and another famous book that's coming out in November 11th or something like that.
Yeah,
And that sort of blew up as well. And I did see you told me about it, and I read some of the replies. People are batshit crazy. I'm like, what is happening? Why are we going? Why are we regressing? Why are we going back with this stupid mentality? Um,
it's funny. Like, it's not funny, but the part that's funny is how like easily upset that these people will get about stuff. Like, this is not a threat to anyone, and
yeah,
I'm not even go into the detail of what people are trying to say, but like, it just evolved into such this like crazy levels of like just looking at this stuff online and being like, holy crap, like I didn't know that, or I knew, but like going back and it's like, shit, like this reminds me of being like 20, 30 years ago looking
uh-huh,
at stuff on, public forums and whatnot. Maybe not 30 years ago. I wasn't really on the internet at that point, but you get the idea.
uh-huh.
Uh, it like early 4chan levels of terrible. But
Right.
at the end of the stream that we did on last Friday with all the license announcements, I had talked about how I was like pretty impressed with Viz for, I didn't mention this one, but I mentioned their uh the other what's it called? Their Viz original one that they announced
Oh,
that
that's good
has
to hear. I'll get to that. Yeah.
we'll get there in a minute, but like the trans main character, and it also is by two trans creators, two trans Filipino creators. And so I said about that one mostly, I was like, I was very surprised that they actually would pick something up like that right now in the current climate, because it seems, that they often are playing it safe with stuff. And it's been a couple years since they put something out like that, which the last thing off the top of my head would have been To Strip the Flesh, which was a single volume that went under the signature line by a creator that worked under Tatsuki Fujimoto.
Right.
And I was just reminiscing about that the other day and thinking like, man, I couldn't see them publishing something like this today, or something about these types of topics, or even dealing slightly with this type of stuff. And then they picked that one up. They announced that one. I was like, oh wow, like I'm so glad that I was wrong. Because just like doing something like that, picking something up like that right now is kind of a way for a company, especially like Viz, with the massively ridiculous market share that they have in this industry, that's a way for them to put a foot down about like, this is our stance on stuff. Like, we support these things, we believe in these things, without even having to make the statement. Like, they're like, this is our statement. And then I said the same for this one. I said, to a different degree, this is the same way. And I didn't expect for this to be the one. I should have honestly, but I said, this is the same way, like publishing something that has a mixed race character as the lead, talking about these topics is also something that's going to definitely incite some people. And I think I said, like, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some backlash about these things. But I didn't expect it to be like as overwhelming as it was.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the next day I posted about the Viz original one. I said, this is probably the coolest announcement that they did, just like the nature of it. And I never expected them to do something like this. right now. Like, this is really cool. I can't wait to check it out and support this book. And then I didn't say anything about this one yet. And I was going to post something and be like, this one is also really cool, and outline my ideas on it. And then I saw like the backlash start blowing up. And I like immediately was like, I'm going to say something that's going to piss off some people, because I know that these people are going to get pissed off and it's going to be funny. And the exact thing happened. And so I posted a comparison. I said, wow, like the hype for Half is More is real. And it had more likes within just a bit over a day, a bit over 24 hours than the announcement for Kingdom did since they announced it back in February. And this was kind of at both me like egging people on, and also me putting out excitement for this title, and also me once again pointing out that Viz has not gotten a lot of traction for Kingdom since they announced it, which I wouldn't care if I didn't think that, like, if that fails, then they're never going to try to do anything big again. But so I put that out there, and it definitely got the attention. And I don't have notifications on Twitter, so I didn't know. So like people will try to like talk shit, and I never see it. I only have notifications for like mutuals or whatever. Like, so like if you were to comment, I would see it.
Yeah.
So I don't have notifications on, and I see something, I think like a mutual commented on it, and I click through and I see there's like 800 something likes and a bunch of shares, like 30 something comments, and I was like, oh god. And I didn't even look. I was like, I don't care to look at it. And apparently, because like I was told, like it was people just talking shit, and like there was like racist comments on it. I think one person made a racist comment against me, and I was like sorry, but that's very, it's not a funny comment, but it's funny that you're making it to me. And then like people saying like, oh, you're being delusional, like there's no hype for this. It's like, I think they people were saying that Viz was buying engagement for their announcement or something. Like, that's the stupidest thing. I think the last time I looked at it, yesterday or 2 days ago, that announcement post had like 60,000 likes on it, which, like, engagement and metrics like that don't really mean everything, but it is by and far the most likes I've seen on a license announcement from like anything that I can think of that I've seen. It's crazy. Like it's a massive amount. And I know that a lot of it is because of the backlash. And yeah, that was my having people like see that, like you laughing at that, you knew exactly what I was going for. And I had the first person I've ever called me a tourist. I got that for the first time in my life.
I was going to mention that. That was hilarious
as well. And then I don't know if anyone like paid attention and caught this, but the next thing that I posted on Twitter was the picture of me standing in front of like part of my library. And I said, because everyone was doing the 10 manga thing, and I said 10,000 manga to get to know me, because not that I could care less about like flexing anything, but because the people who would look at that, I wanted them to click on my page and see me in front of like 10,000 volumes of manga, just being like, what up? Because they're going to be trying to call me a tourist, and they're going to be like, oh, this guy. It's like the Ron Swanson. I know more than you do. But
so
it's that was funny. But the whole situation as a whole is gross and like astonishing. But the cool thing about it is, even though a lot of the attention and the engagement and metrics and stuff that it's getting are from these people fighting basically over it, the attention that has been brought to this title by these people saying all these negative things about it, those the people being racist, the people claiming that this is destroying Japan's culture or whatever, the crazy things that those people brought more attention to this title than Viz ever could have hoped to bring to it, their own marketing. And
what's the thing that we the people say? There's no thing as bad promotion, or
like you It's good press. Like all press is good press, and
that there we go.
Absolutely is true, because that's why it had so many, like, so much engagement, so many likes on it, even though there were so many people that were engaging against it and so many people like crying out against it. You're going to have so many more people than they could have ever gathered themselves through any type of marketing are going to be picking this book up. And so at the end of the day, something that could have just been a blip, a little experiment for them, because it's from a small publisher, it's from Lead, from I think a digital magazine, Torch. It's a smaller thing, all intents and purposes, but it's going to get a lot more sales than it ever would have had this not happened, even though it was from a really like gross standpoint, like is the reason why it happened.
Yeah. If I can praise Viz for something, it would be licensing half is more and publishing a Viz original with a trans main character in this current climate. Absolutely. And Viz has been like that. So I don't know why these diehard racist readers are insisting that it's like bot farming and paid clicks and stuff. Like, we've had the track record of Viz being innovative by putting stuff like this out there. So,
and it's going into the signature line. I just double checked.
Yeah.
And it's not because people were saying like they're not, dude, you don't even know the half of it. Like it's crazy. But it's not like the first time that there was complaints about like it's a small, from a small publisher in Japan. It's a small title, like it's not a really big, and it shows how much these people actually pay attention, because it's like they're accusing Viz of never picking up like smaller things like this. And they're like, there had to be some reason why. Like there was one guy that was fucking like connecting dots, and like it was like he had like the Pepe Sylvia like connecting the strings on the board or whatever gif, and he's like, because Viz is owned by this, and this company is like this, and this does this, and this, and this, and that's why they got it. And it's like you go through and look through everything that they've ever done. There are lots of examples of times where they've taken chances on random small unknown licenses. Like there's me being someone that has nearly everything in the Viz signature line, I can point out some to y'all of stuff like Kingyo books, and I'll get to it tomorrow or whatever. I forget the exact titles of some of these are, but like things that are not like the big sellers. Viz is not just Shonen Jump. Yes, it's most of what they promote. It's most of what they make their money off of, but they do every once in a while take chances on stuff like this. And I think this is a really, 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 really admirable license for them to grab, because they had to have known in the current climate that this was bound to happen.
Yeah. There was one thing I wanted to mention. The hell was it? At the end of the day, are the people that watch this stream, we might see some of those people that casually tune in and they'll dislike the stream and maybe leave a comment or whatever. But at the end of the day, they have to understand that it's so pathetic to waste precious time of your life complaining about a book of fictional characters. Why are you getting upset about this? Worry about something else, because there's real world issues happening. Don't get upset over a comic that's being localized and published in English. Grow up and do better. Be a better person. And yes, we will buy the shit out of this book. Me and all my friends. So there you go.
Yeah.
Checkmate, losers.
There's going to be so many people picking this one up in comparison to what it would have been. And that's what makes me happy, is that like their work has backfired. Them trying to like position this and like point fingers and make people out to be bad. It's like,
Tourist is such a dead term at this point. Yeah, there's people are gonna buy and read half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could almost like taste in the air. Like there's going to be, when this comes out next year, a bunch of people posting pictures of their copy just to piss people off.
Let's go, dude. So this is happening and we're super excited. Hell yeah. The other books that are coming out include I Am No Angel from Ai Yazawa. A decade before Nana, I wrote this breakthrough hit about the journey of love into adulthood.
This was a longtime pick of Will's.
Yes.
He had on the board, I think, ever since he started doing that with us. And so they finally pulled it out this time. And it is going to be in the same design, the same format as the neighborhood story that they put out like last year. And also, the funny part on this one, I don't know if anyone else saw the person who was like, she's not even finishing Nana, but she's going to go and do a whole nother manga. And people were like, it literally says a decade before.
Maybe what I think, I felt bad because I thought maybe that person thought a decade before Nana was like in lore, and maybe they thought it was a book in the Nana story in the universe.
But then they just need to read the next part. A decade before Nana, Mizawa wrote this.
So
that was reaction.
The King's Beast Special Edition Final Volume. That's pretty fun, I guess, to have a final volume get a deluxe edition. Or I guess I shouldn't be surprised because we got My Hero Academia with like 500 different covers. So that's cool. This includes an extra cover and a 32-page full-color illustration book. I cannot recommend this because you would need to buy 17 other books before you can get this one. So that's not a recommendation that I will make. And then we had Moriarty the Patriot, Volume 20. That's pretty cool.
This is basically like the next part of the series. I had to point that out when we were on the stream because like I don't think Will or Colleen knew that. But it's kind of like Chainsaw Man Part 2. Like it was Part 2, but they continued the numbering of the volumes.
The volumes.
Yeah, so this is like Part 2 of the manga. It started up again. There's also a spin-off called The Remains, so I don't know if we'll ever get that one. It's by different creators, but yeah, it's I'm trying to see. Yeah, the second. So because it ends and it's like I don't remember exactly how it ends, but it says like end of Part 1 or whatever, and teases Part 2 is going to come. So Part 1 ended in 2022, and then the second part started serialization December of 2024 in the same magazine, Jump Square. So that's what this is.
According to Colleen, Volume 17.
Yeah.
Volume 7 of this one?
Yeah, the last volume thing. They were saying that like this has the I think the main dude might have been being a pretty cunning linguist, if you get what I'm saying.
Okay, gotcha. That's funny. And then this book. All right, cool. We got Manga in Theory and Practice: How to Create Villains from Hirohiko Araki. Araki teaches you how to make a villain. The second book of art instruction includes editor commentary and more.
Cool.
Yes. You'll pick it up, right? For your collection of
I will. Yeah, for all my Araki stuff.
Yeah. Castle in the Sky.
I'll be getting this one as well. Those are really fun. The hardcover film comic things.
All in one edition. That's pretty cool. And then this, which surprised everybody. Ask Iwata Words of Wisdom. This was already released. Now it's coming out in paperback. Yeah. I don't think I would have wasted an announcement on a Viz thing that is usually about manga. That was a misfire completely. I'm like, really? We're doing this? We're wasting a slot of that could have gone to a manga announcement to announce a book that's already out, but it's getting a new format. I don't know about that, Biz. I mean, Iwata was great, but you know. Oh, Kane has the hardback. Nice. I can get it the paperback. Links. After climate disaster brings on a perpetual winter, Detective Lynx Takuma must uncover the truth in one of Earth's last livable cities. That's interesting. And of course, he's got the pet Lynx cat, I think.
Like Ozymandias and Watchmen.
Yeah.
That one, the artwork looks beautiful on that one, and the writer Samuel Satin does Unico right now.
Okay. And then the last one is this, which you talked about before, Champion of the Rose from Kat Aquino and Dominique. In a brutal tournament, Princess Rosa picks Ray, a trans swordswoman, as her champion, fighting for freedom, love, and revenge. He faces an arena where power is won in blood. That's pretty cool. I don't want to sound like a hater or anything. I don't get the Viz original stuff, but I'm glad and I'm super happy that this is out. Don't get me wrong. It's just I have limited budget, so I only get a couple things. But I'm very happy that this is out, and I would recommend people get it and read it.
You did get the Kamudo, though, and that one, surprisingly, is part of the Viz Originals line.
That is true.
I didn't even realize it when I got it. It was just when I was shelving it, I was sticking it on the shelf, and I saw at the bottom of the spine, I was like, wait, what?
It's original. It just happens to be from a duo that makes Japanese manga.
It's also published in a magazine in Japan, so I don't know how that one got to be an original, but yeah, I pick up all of the originals, and they're not all like A+. They're fun and stuff, but these two specifically, like the excitement about Viz doing something with a transgender trans man main character, that's amazing that they would do that right now. But that aside, I love the artwork on this one and also the Lynx one. They both look fantastic, and I can't
see some preview pages, and it looks really good. So that was overall this. Aside from Champion, and aside from where is it? Half is More. Okay, and aside from we'll include Taika. Aside from those two books, this was just an okay round, and usually summer is a pretty big deal. I would have assumed you would have announced, because there will be several. I'm thinking they're going to go with some heavy hitters. Summer 2026. Let's ramp it up and get people excited. This was like a fall or a spring thing that there's not a whole lot happening. So let's just throw all these books in there. So the announcement beforehand was a little bit misleading now that we know the full slate of, or not the full slate, but at least this slate of announcements. But yeah, shout out. Good job, Biz.
It's definitely an interesting round. I think for the Shonen Jump specific fans, the trio that were announced here are going to be big.
Yeah, I mean, there's good stuff. It's just
there's a lot of like licensed stuff, because you had like the Assassin's Creed, and you had and a lot of like spin-off stuff, because you have the Sakamoto Days, and also a lot of the books are just single volumes, which is another interesting thing. So it's a little all over the place, and their big like showstopper they ended on, because they always put the biggest one last, was the new old Ayazawa one, which I'm not saying that doesn't deserve the hype, but like compared to a lot of the showstoppers, so to say, that they've had in the past rounds, that one was not nearly as like huge of a deal. But I can see like if they are looking at the recent response to like the new Nana release with the whole like debacle with the variant cover, they probably are looking at that and being like, oh, a new Ayazawa book is going to be the biggest thing that we could announce this round. So let's put that one at the end.
Hey,
so I guess I get it from that perspective.
They had the clear option of licensing Red Cat Ramen. And that would have been an amazing showstopper. But hey, what do I know? Sure, let's publish all this stuff and ignore my cats, but whatever. Again, another licensing round where we don't get the cats. I was very upset, disappointed, and mostly disappointed at Viz because I just want somebody to grab it. I know it's not the most wow thing because it was originally a web comic, fan comic from the author, but it got so popular in Japan that they decided to include it in the magazines. And it got an anime. Season 2 is in the works, or it should air soon, or whatever. It has a web game that you can download on your phone on iOS and Android, and it even has a freaking Nendoroid, which I have over behind me or whatever for Bunzo. So come on, man, somebody get it together. License my cat, please. I want to buy it. I will support you. This was me when I heard that we were not getting it in the summer of 2026. So shout out. This is me doing voiceover for Bunzo. Shout out, everybody. Thank you. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe, and do all that fun stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Take it away, Toothless. Shout out, Viz. I need to get the one with the music because they used the original meme with Toothless dancing. They used the song from Pokemon Black and White, one of the soundtracks. Joe's yeah, that's all I need. A simple dude, man. Looks like a good year to be woke. Let's go, baby. Hell yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought the King's Beast Final Volume Special Editions was an interesting announcement. It's different. I'll give them that.
It's probably
like Beast, so I couldn't get excited for it.
I can imagine they're like putting everything together and they're like, oh, we also have this that's going to be coming out. Should we just mention that as well? And they're like, yeah.
Right.
That.
Hobby, thank you for joining. Yesterday at my LCS, I picked up issues of 1 Pound Gospel. Nice. Do y'all think they would ever reprint that series? I think so, but not anytime soon. But I do think they'll get to it.
Didn't they reprint 1 Pound Gospel recently?
Well, technically, yeah. They got reprinted, Volume 1 at least, with the new Viz price.
Did they only did the first one? They didn't do the full thing?
I think it was Volume 1 that got the reprint. But I read Javier's comment as like a new, different edition, like a.
Oh yeah, I would love to see that because I would love to see them put it in the same trim size as like Mezanikoku and Yurusei Yatsura and stuff.
Yeah. But because of the author, I do think it'll happen. It's just a matter of when. The Shock Astro got a physical. Oh, wait a minute. There was one comment, and it's related to Padu. Padu! Where was it? God. You guys type too much in the chat. Now I can't find it. The only Shonen Jump series left are now RoboCop, Witch Watch, JJK, and a bunch of canceled newly started series. They may use that to save money, though, with less licenses for one round.
I can show you. I pulled up the list actually earlier in the video. Hold on.
I found it. I wonder if anyone will license the Ghost Sex one. Oh, somebody please do it, because that one's pretty good too. It's obviously not safe for work, but
So This is everything in Jump right now, including the irregular, and I put the list in organized from like oldest to newest at the bottom, and so everything from the top One Piece down to Shinobi Undercover has been licensed physically now, except for Witch Watch and me and Roboco, which are total outliers. Roboco probably because a lot of licensors are afraid of licensing gag manga like that because they don't sell as well. Witch Watch is the one that I'm like, did Kenta Shinohara's previous series sell that low? Like, what's it called? Astra Lost in Space. Did it sell so badly that they're like allergic to his work now? I don't know. Like, I'm wishing that they would pick it up, and I'm wishing that they would, or maybe someone else would at least pick it up. And then, so Ekiden Bros down here, Kaitagami. Kaitagami was canceled last week. The last chapter was last week. Ekiden Bros is this week. Ping Pong Peril is next week, which means Ultra of the Flame and Harukaze Mound from around the same round of announcements, because they were like Ultra was May, and then Ekiden, Harukaze, and Kaitagami were all in June, and then Ping Pong was July. They could be safe. I don't know. They might last for a little while longer because they have been in there for a little time. So we'll see. But Ultra of the Flame, of course, is the one by Yuki Kawaguchi, the same creator as Red Hood. Not the Batman, but the other one. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. If in a few months that and Harukaze Mound, which is a baseball series, if those are still floating steady, then I would consider that, yeah, like if they're still around by the time that the summer round of announcements next year, the June announcements happen, then they would be very solid contenders. JJK Modulo, that's going to be a limited release anyway. He said that it was going to be not an ongoing type of thing. I don't know how many volumes. That'll definitely get picked up, so don't even need to mention it. And then Someone Hurts is brand new. It just came out in September, but it's already getting like positive reinforcement in the magazine. I think it has like color pages and stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if this one winds up lasting. So those are our next round. We'll see what happens. We will see by next February and then by next June if those 3 titles, Oter of the Flame, Harukaze Mound, and Someone Hurts, if those are still around, then I would say they become fair game for promotion into physical English. And we'll see what happens with the 3 new titles that are coming in soon to replace Ekiden, Harukaze, and Kaitagami. Or no, Ekiden, Kaitagami, and Ping Pong Peril. Sorry, misspoke.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to highlight this before we go. Let me share my screen one more time. These are all the Paru Itagaki manga that she's done. Let me zoom in a little bit. Dang it. There we go. All right. So, shoot, I don't know the English names, but whatever. The new one that is being currently published, Miss Universe Universe. That's a one shot. I have not checked that out. Ushimitsu Gao. That's the ghost sex one. It's good, but since the theme is sex, it's going to be heavily not safe for work. But it's very interesting and very Paru. Arabian Night I have not read, but it is based on the Arabian Nights tales. Ikitsugishi Futari, it's like a one-shot romance between a girl and a kappa monster. Sanda is out now. Drip Drip is out. She worked on a spin-off story for oh my god, what is this? What's the name? I forgot. What's the name of this guy? This thing. Oh my god, Demon School, whatever.
Oh, Iruma-kun?
Iruma-kun, thank you. Oh my god, sorry. So it's sort of like a spin-off from that series, like a one shot. Paru Graffiti, I believe it's like semi autobiographical. I have not checked that out. Shirohige Boing, that is the prototype for Sanda, but this one's not safe for work. We got Beastars and Beast Complex.
I think isn't the Boing in the back of Drip Drip?
Yes, it is. So that is out. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Hold on.
So yeah, I would say if there is not already one, because those compilation volumes like they put out for like Tatsuya Endo before Spy Family and stuff like that, those are based directly on compilation volumes in Japan, at least typically they are. So if there's not already a one-shot compilation for Itagaki in Japan, I would like to see one, and I would like to see Viz license it and put it together and give it to us, because that would be fun. Otherwise, I don't know what to say. And Gio's controlling the chat, so I can't even talk to anyone.
Sorry, I'm taking a phone call. Sorry. I'll be right back.
Let me see. I can read the chat. I can't highlight the chat though. So Josh said, anyone get the new Dragon Quest? I did. I talked about it on here, I don't know, like a month or so ago. Whenever I got to the chance to read it, it was a lot of fun. It is an older title, so it has that feel of the time that it was published. The artwork is really good at emulating while not completely mimicking Toriyama's style from the games. So if you want something like that, it's a good pickup. It will be a little bit long though, so just keep in mind. I don't remember how many volumes, but it's at least 10. Yeah, if you're already a fan of Dragon Quest, and even if you're not, like I've never played the games, but I read the Dragon Quest manga that come out, and I think it's worthwhile. Javier saying he wants Mound to succeed. I haven't checked it out. I haven't been reading the magazine yet, but I think that's the one from the creators of Phantom Seer, if I'm not mistaken. And I really, really loved. I didn't love Phantom Seer at the beginning. It took a little bit to get going. But once it got going, it was like one of my favorites in the magazine. And then all of a sudden it was just taken from us. So I'm glad that they got to do it again, do something else again, if I'm right in saying that that's them. But very different series than Phantom Seer, of course.
Sorry about that. Here's my copy of Drip Drip. And it does have the one shot, of course. The English name, I forgot, is White Beard and Boobs. So, very wholesome. Not safe for work. The whole book is kind of not safe for work. So, I understand why it would not sell as well as Beastars. Let's see if we have any remaining questions. If not, we can start closing this bad boy up.
I just responded to Josh about Dragon Quest and to Javier mentioning that he enjoys Mound every week.
Oh, okay. And Dragon Quest. I'm excited for Adventure of Dai. Volume 6 is solicited on the Bezos, coming out May, June, something like that of next year. Really excited for that. And I hope it sells really well. If there are no more questions, is Dai getting the rest of the release? I hope so. We'll see. Maybe it's in batches, and we'll get like 5 more volumes.
When they solicited it first, they specifically said that they were doing that first arc, and they didn't say that this time. So I'm hoping that that means they're just going to do everything.
Right. Yeah. There was one more. Oh, the Rohan Kishibe manga, Volume 3 got solicited as well, coming out July, August of next year. I did post about that on my Discord, so that was pretty cool. Chat, let me remind you that when these books come out, probably, maybe, I don't know, they'll probably be there next year. You can get them at InStockTrades.com, our lovely sponsor. InStock Trades is your destination for all things collected editions. You get your Omnibros, trade paperback, hardcovers, manga, and more for great discounted prices. Free shipping in the US at $50. Great packaging, wonderful customer service, only at InStockTrades.com. Also, be on the lookout next Monday, right? The final Monday of the month. We will be doing the $50 gift card courtesy of InStockTrades.com. So if you want to win that gift card, you got to tune in to that stream when we do that. So shout out to IST. Okay. Riley, what you got cooking up? Where can people find you? All that fun stuff.
Anywhere online, the Omnibus Collector on my channel. I'll be doing the I've been reading so much, and that's why I haven't put anything out, but I will put out, even if it's at the very end of the month, I will put out the October buyer's guide, and I'm going to have something as well to go over all the licenses and whatnot. So even though we go over it on here, it's a good it'll be a good tool if you want to revisit to see everything that's announced for next summer, not just from Viz, but also from all the stuff from New York Comic Con.
Yeah. I posted a video. I'm wacky. I say it in the video, but just I wanted to comment on it here real quick. I posted a video reviewing Farewell Daisy, the Bayuzuki story collection, which was really good. But then my brain was like, I'll add something completely opposite to it. And I chose The Demons Are Doing Something Good or whatever. It's a etchy comedy about the demons that work for the Demon Lord and how they make traps to capture the good guys. So it's really pretty silly. But I will be posting a haul video and some other stuff soon. So stay tuned for that. You can also join my Discord. I'd appreciate it. Love to see you there. And that's it. We'll be back next time for more awesome adventures here on the Omnibus Collectors Network. Celebrating our renewed contract, because we are now going to do 12 more years of Omnibros. So thank you, everybody, for sticking with us. And I hope we will see you 12 years from now celebrating our anniversary and the different manga releases that took way too long to come out. So that's it. Thank you, everybody. God bless. Stay safe out there. Have a great rest of your week. We'll catch you on the next one. We're going to close it out with Samba de Amigo, baby. Let's go. No context. That's what makes it funny.